All right, y'all, we are back with another video. I definitely had to bring y'all this because it seems like that Adam Schiff has his wake-up call after being robbed in San Francisco. Now, I seen on Twitter that some people saying that he was robbed by an illegal, but the problem is with Adam Schiff is that he's not going to tell the media that, because then we'll be like, well, we ain't President Trump been trying to get these illegal aliens out this country, but yet y'all Democrats are fighting for these illegal aliens. So Adam Schiff doesn't want to come out and say who robbed them. He know exactly who robbed them, but Twitter is floating and people been talking. They saying it's about an illegal, but he don't want to mention it. Not only that, he went into I think a store, and even the cashier told him that Democrats are a-holes. That she literally told him that now he saying, oh, the Democrat Party, we got a problem. Y'all been had a problem. All the lies that y'all constantly do every single day, especially by Donald Trump. And the American people can see straight through y'all. Like, Donald Trump is getting illegal aliens out of here. Y'all got y'all own Democrats that's flying to El Salvador to go see an illegal alien who beat his wife twice. Beat his wife twice. And y'all going over there sipping margaritas, trying to use taxpayer dollars to fly all the way to El Salvador. That is just sickening. I mean, this right here is crazy. We're going to go ahead and dive straight into this by Liberal High Mind. Make sure y'all please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everybody showing so much support, especially the ones who always stay to the end, because it definitely helps to get the video out there. So please let me know in the comment section that you did watch the entire video. I would really, really appreciate it. And without further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight into this. Before we get to the video, I want to show y'all this, if y'all can see it on screen. It say this right here from Colin Rugg. He said, Adam Schiff tells a story about how his luggage was stolen in San Francisco. Say Democrats have a major problem. He just not figuring out that Democrats have a major problem. Come on now. Has he checked it? He said, has he checked if it was that bald lipstick wearing Biden official? Schiff said he went to Target to replace his belongings when a cashier told him that Democrats were a-holes. If the cashier in South San Francisco at 10 at night believe that Democrats are a-holes, we got a major problem. And it's so funny that he acting like that he don't know the Democrats got a major problem. Y'all been had a major problem. So let's go ahead and dive straight into this video so y'all can kind of get into more context of what's going on. Let's go.
This is fine. I'm okay with the events that are unfolding currently. That's okay. Things are gonna be okay.
Watermelon head Adam Schiff.
Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. It's just too good, man. I mean, you can't write a script better if you tried. The same Democrats who spent years telling you that the crime wave happening in their cities was simply a right-wing conspiracy theory, even though we had videos of stores getting ransacked non-stop, carjackings and car theft, armed robbery, assaults, murder, everything skyrocketing, the data being crystal clear as day. Well, the same Democrats who told you that it was all a lie, it was just a political talking point coming out of the right, the same people who gaslit you, mocked you, and even went as far as calling you racist for pointing it out, well, those same individuals are now getting absolutely rocked by the crime wave that they told you wasn't actually real and wasn't happening. Yep, it's happened once again. Yet again, another Democrat politician becomes the target of a crime in a deep blue Democrat utopia city. And this time it's Adam Schiff. And now, 5 years later, 5 years after telling us we were crazy and it wasn't happening, now all of a sudden, Democrats gotta get serious on the issue of crime. And why is that? Well, because their polling data's in the dumpster, and because Adam Schiff happened to go to a Target and had an experience with the cashier who told him that Democrats are a-holes. Yep, that's a real story. Let me show you guys exactly what Adam Schiff just said. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks. So let's start off with this absolute gem here. We've got Adam Schiff, Mr. Russia hoax himself, Mr. More Than Circumstantial Evidence, telling us his true to California tale on Bill Maher's show the other day. Take a look.
We're going to have to change how we do business in California. We're going to have to address people's legitimate concerns about crime. I was in South San Francisco 2 years ago after I had an experience in the city that all too many people had. When my luggage was stolen out of my car, they tell you don't ever leave your luggage in the car. I never do until the one time I did. And of course, it got stolen. And what was most memorable about the experience for me is I went to this Target in South San Francisco, 10 o'clock at night, and I'm getting the toiletries I'm going to need for my next 2 days in the city. I get to the cashier.
You went there by yourself, not an assistant.
I think I went there. Well, yes, I had somebody drop me off at the store, and so. I don't mean to make that an issue. Yeah, I would. See, I waded somewhere I should not have waded into it. Okay. First of all, I had to get the clerk, which is hard to find, to unlock the shampoo or the whatever. So that's one thing. And then I get to the cashier. The cashier asked me if I want one of those Target bags with a little bullseye on it. And I said, yes, that Target bag is going to be my luggage for the next 2 days. And she asked me what happened, and I told her. And she basically said, in not so many words, yeah, Democrats are assholes. I thought, you know, if the cashier in South San Francisco at 10 o'clock at night believes that Democrats are assholes because the shampoo is locked up and my stuff got stolen out of the trunk, we've got a major problem that we have to address.
Yeah, I guess welcome.
Oh, we have a major problem that we have to address. Have y'all addressed that problem yet? Because all y'all been doing is the fear mongering and all type of stuff. Y'all lied about Joe Biden's cognitive decline. Y'all knew that man wasn't fit to be president. Y'all covered it up from the media. And like I said, President Trump exposed it, and all of y'all Democrats called Donald Trump a liar. Y'all called the American people a liar, and we all seen straight through it. So it's just funny to sit here and listen to this man. Even a cashier from Target said that Democrats are a-holes, which she's talking about you and all the rest of the Democrats, and it's crazy that all of y'all are still acting the same way right now. Haven't changed a lick. You're going to continue to be robbed. Y'all want illegal aliens here. You ain't got to say, oh, I was robbed by an illegal alien. You knew you was robbed by an illegal alien, but you're not going to say it because we're going to come out and expose, well, hey, this is what President Trump been trying to do, but y'all helping illegal aliens. But he don't want to come out and say it. So people been talking on Twitter. It's okay. We're going to put the news out there.
Welcome to San Francisco, buddy. You got the real San Francisco experience, leaving your personal items in your car for more than 30 seconds. And just like a magic trick, poof, it's all gone. Sold in a back alley black market in pretty much 30 seconds flat. These Democrats are a complete disaster. I mean, these clowns have run these beautiful cities into the freaking ground, turned them into absolute wastelands. And now I guess the truth is really hitting them straight in the face, especially with that poetic moment. As Adam Schiff goes to Target to restock on toiletries, he's met by a clerk who, after he tells his story, immediately reacts with, yeah, Democrats are a-holes. I mean, when a random retail worker in downtown San Francisco hits you with a line like that, I mean, you know it's freaking over. And really, I think that's how deep the resentment goes now. That's how obvious the failure has become. Exactly. You don't get moments like that unless the entire population is fed up. You know, it's all coming back to bite them. And once again, I guess we get to take another victory lap on yet again another issue, because Democrats spent the last 5 years telling you that everything was fine. Ooh, California, San Francisco. This is the model that the world should be following.
Exactly. And see, he knew that happened to him, but he never said anything about it. All they do is lie to remain in power. This is what they do. They do this to try to remain in power. Sit up here and just tell lies, didn't say anything about it, and they are continuing to just lie like they always do.
Meanwhile, regular people, working class Americans, business owners, are getting absolutely decimated by skyrocketing crime. And now it really truly is a wasteland. Boarded up businesses, nonstop carjackings, homeless encampments, drug overdoses happening every day, every freaking hour for that matter, maybe even every minute. And all the while these elitist clowns dismissed it as just right-wing conspiracy theory. Yeah, of course that is, until they're the ones getting robbed and harassed on the streets. Then suddenly it's a problem. Or once they start tanking in the polls, then I guess suddenly it's no longer a conspiracy theory anymore, and it's a serious issue that has to be tackled. Yeah, it's pretty much par for the course with these Democrats, and it really explains why people hold this opinion that Democrats are a-holes, because they only ever acknowledge reality when it punches them square in the freaking mouth. It's the same story over and over again. These Democrats gaslight, deny, mock every legitimate concern when those concerns go against their agenda or are a negative consequence of their implementation of their agenda. media. They deny it all until the rot that they enabled starts creeping up their ivory towers like a corrosive vine. Then all of a sudden it's a state of emergency. Then all of a sudden they want action. Then all of a sudden it's obvious, oh, it's a really bad thing. It's the same thing that they did during the 2020 riots. They spent months covering for violent mobs, calling it all mostly peaceful protests, until
That's the reason why Democrats have no credibility, because they just lie about everything. It's like they never tell the truth. It'd be so funny that we know that they lie, but yet they always call Donald Trump a liar. Like this is crazy. Just like now, they all going out in the streets protesting, talking about President Trump need to be impeached. He don't know what he's talking about. He's making up stuff on us. When all Democrats been doing is just lying. Just like they lied about Joe Biden, like they lied to the American people. And they're going to continue to do that. They are so mad right now that they're not in power. It seems like Donald Trump can do no right in their eyes. No matter what Donald Trump do, they're going to go against it. No matter what he do, they're going to go against it regardless, because they don't want to side with President Trump.
polls started flipping, and then they realized they were on the wrong side of the issue. The focus groups started flipping on them, and then all of a sudden, they started to show up and say kind of the right thing, but of course only after the damage was done, after $2 billion property damage, not to mention more than 25 people losing their life. Then all of a sudden, oh, we have a real issue that we need to contend with. They're complete frauds. They never lead. They never do the right thing when it actually matters, or when it's difficult, when they need to challenge the status quo or challenge the academic orthodoxy of their party. No, they only ever shift and pivot once they start cratering in the polls, and that's the same thing happening here. The Democrat Party's all the way at the bottom of the frickin' barrel, and so now all of a sudden, I guess crime is bad. That's how that.
Yeah, and that's how they always do. They numbers are all the way down, but then they'll get on live TV and lie and say that, oh, the American people, a lot of people are mad that they voted for Donald Trump, which is just a lie. We see the poll numbers that plays on CNN all the time that shows that Donald Trump approval rating is constantly going up. But yet they'll get on TV, oh, the American people has turned on Donald Trump. This is not what they voted for. How is it not what we voted for when Donald Trump is doing everything he said he was going to do on the campaign trail? He's doing everything he said he was going to do on the campaign trail. So we know what to expect. We voted for it because he told us what he was going to do.
That works, right? Now all of a sudden they have the courage to say, well, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't live in crime-infested hellholes. Absolutely insane. But who am I kidding when I say we have to live in crime-infested hellholes? It's only the regular people, right? Because make no mistake, Democrat frauds like Adam Schiff never have to actually live the consequences of their policies.
Nope.
Yeah, all the big celebrities and all the big politicians who promote all this woke nonsense, you think they're getting off at the bus station getting mugged or stepping over hypodermic needles? They're getting driven around in Cadillac Escalades and living in private gated communities. Yeah, it's only the regular people. And that's why it's so easy for someone like Adam Schiff, for instance, to go all these years never acknowledging this problem. Because Adam Schiff doesn't actually have to live the consequences of the policies that he supports. And in fact, in his case, it's even worse because he doesn't even live in California. Yeah, I know he's a California representative, representing California District 30, but the reality is his main residence is really a 3,000 square foot mansion in Maryland, isolated from the chaos, isolated from the crime waves of his policies.
Well, at least we know how a lot of these Democrats got their money. We do know that. Just like the ghetto Democrat Jasmine Crock shit, we know exactly how they got all their money. Elizabeth Warren, all of them, Chuck Schumer. We see exactly how all of them got rich and able to buy all of this stuff that they got.
Leashed on the streets of California, while the people in his district are dealing with break-ins, drug overdoses, violent assaults, their cars getting stolen, their cars getting broken into. Adam Schiff's kicking it back, living life, barbecuing vegan hot dogs in his fancy East Coast suburb, pretending to represent California. He's not actually a California resident. He just bought a 650 square foot condo there back in 2009, which was exposed a couple months back, just so he could run in the district. I mean, talk about out of touch. This guy couldn't care less. No, he only cares now because regular working class people are turning on the Democrat Party. They lost an election in a massive landslide. They lost the popular vote to Donald Trump, who's arguably the most controversial political leader in modern American history. Only now does he pretend to care. I mean, honestly, I don't really know what else to say here other than the Target clerk, I think, hit the nail on the head. And clearly these people cannot be trusted. To be so late on such an easy issue, to acknowledge a crime wave, it really tells you all that you need to know about these fake, compassionate loser Democrats. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got.
Salute to liberal high mind, but I definitely had to bring y'all this. All of a sudden, Adam Schiff want to talk about him being robbed, and then the clerk pretty much called him say he a-hole, Democrats are a-holes. I mean, this is what we've been dealing with for the longest. Like I said, these Democrats, they are down, and they are down bad. I mean, they're going to continue to lie. AOC. It don't matter what Democrat you name. They all liars. So it is not going to stop. So like I said, y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments section. Thank you all for watching, especially the ones that made it to the end. And I'll catch y'all in the next one.